Hi students, this is main lesson 5. In the last class, we have studied three important properties and I named them P1, then P2 and P3. So these are the three properties. One is related to x and 1 by x. Another one is related to minus x. So there are three sets here and three sets here. That is related to sine, cosecant and cot, and cos, cot and tan, and cos, secant and cot. So today let us study the next property, that is P4, property number 4. Let me relate this with the direct trigonometric function. See, in complementary ratio, I have studied this one. For example, sine of pi by 2 minus x, this will be equal to cos x. Similarly, tan of pi by 2 minus x is cot x. And similarly, cosecant of pi by 2 minus x is secant x. So these are the complementary ratio relations we have studied in the first year, trigonometric ratios. Now similar relations are there with respect to sine and cos, same pair, and tan and cot, and cosecant and secant in inverse trigonometric functions also. Let us study them. So the properties are like this. Once again, three sets. First one is sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. That means it is a constant. But condition is, of course, first of all, these two functions should be defined. So x belonging to minus 1 to 1. So this is the first property. Second property is tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. This is also pi by 2. Here x belongs to R. You know that tan inverse x and cos inverse x both are defined for the entire R. So this is the condition. And the third one is cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x. This is pi by 2. Here also same thing. You can write mod x more than 1, or you can also write r minus open interval minus 1 to 1. So these are the three relations, properties. See, that's why I wanted to compare. In the previous one, it was sine of 90 minus x is cos x. So here also 90 comes. You see, I am pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2. That is 90 degree. But in inverse trigonometric function, normally we don't use degree measure. We always use radian measure. Let us prove one of them. Remaining two exactly same way we can do. In the last class, I have proved taking only the first one. Let me take the second one and prove. Remaining two you can prove similarly. So let us take the second one for proof. So I have to prove tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2. But condition is, of course, x belongs to R. Now, so let tan inverse x equal to, say, let us take this as A. So this implies, therefore, definitely you can say tan A equal to x. Tan A equal to x. Now tan A I can write, therefore, cot of pi by 2 minus A, this will be equal to x. Because you know that complementary ratio, tan A is same as cot of pi by 2 minus A. Therefore, see what you have to do is take cot this side. Therefore, pi by 2 by definition minus A must be equal to cot inverse x. Or you can say, I can take pi by 2 must be equal to A plus cot inverse x. But what is A? Let us take this as 1. A is nothing but tan inverse x. Therefore, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. that is pi by 2 equal to tan inverse x cot inverse x, or we can write, because the relation is given, this is left hand side, this is right hand side, or we can say tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. So this is the relation. Exactly same way you can prove the first one and the last one. Now the relation is like this. It is true for all values of x whenever it is defined. Say for example, sine inverse half plus cos inverse half is pi by 2. One particular case. You can check what is sine inverse half. It is 30 degree, pi by 6, plus cos inverse half is pi by 3, because 60 degree, and pi by 6 plus pi by 3 is pi by 2. You can check. So this is 2. Similarly, you can take any other value. Say for example, take 0. Sine inverse 0 is 0. Sine inverse 0 is 0. Cos inverse 0 is pi by 2, because cos pi by 2 is 0. So once again it is pi by 2. Like that, it is true for all values of x, provided x lies between minus 1 to 1 in the first case. Second one, no condition. Any x, it is true. Third one, of course, x should be more than 1, more than or equal to 1, mod x. So then it is true. So this is the fourth property, fourth set of properties. And the next one is connecting tan inverse x and tan inverse y. In fact, there are formulae connecting sine inverse x and sine inverse y, and sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. But those formulas are not included in the syllabus, therefore let us not discuss those things. So the next one is P5. So this is connecting tan inverse x and tan inverse y. But before that, let me just recall what related properties we have studied in the first PUC. Say we have this formula, tan of A plus B equal to tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. And if here it is minus, here it is minus, here it is plus. So identical formula. Same type of relation is there in case of inverse. So the relation is this. There are two sets. One is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. This equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. See here, there is a similarity. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Here it is a plus b equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Similarity is there, so it is easy to remember. But there is a condition. Xy should be less than 1. So this is the condition. Similarly, the second set is this. Instead of plus here, if you take tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, then this will be equal to tan inverse of x minus y. Here minus y, here it is plus y, and condition here is xy should be more than minus 1. And please note, these two conditions also interrelated. Let me tell you why. See here also, you see here, if you take tan of a minus b, it is tan a minus tan b by 1 plus tan a tan b. See here minus x minus y by 1 plus x y. Therefore, it is easy to remember this property, provided you connect this property with the old formula a plus b and a minus b. In fact, these two formulas are one and the same in a way. Imagine that you are replacing y by minus y. What happens here? So here it becomes tan inverse of minus y. And in the previous property I have seen, tan inverse of minus y is minus tan y. Right? Here, x becomes minus y. This also becomes minus y. So this becomes minus y, this becomes plus y. Why this condition? You see here, xy is less than 1 is the first condition. Suppose you take this x into minus y, then what should I do is minus 1 I have to multiply here also. So that will corresponds to x, this will be 1. So what happens? So xy, this should be more than, here it is less. Therefore, here it becomes more than 1, more than minus 1. So, therefore, these two are connected. Multiplying by minus 1, this becomes minus 1, this becomes minus 5. That minus 5 you are taking as 5. So let us prove here same way. One of them I can prove, the other one exactly same way you can prove. So let me take the first one, prove. Let tan inverse x equal to, let us say, a, and tan inverse y equal to, let us say, b. Therefore, tan a will be equal to x and tan b will be equal to y. So this first thing. Now what we have to do now is, we have to take the formula, consider, because this we know already, tan of a plus b formula you have to consider. So what is tan a plus b? Tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a, then tan b. Now substitute. Tan a is x, tan b is y, therefore it is x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Therefore, a plus b will be equal to, tan we have to take that side, therefore tan inverse of definition, tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. But what is a now? A is tan inverse x, b is tan inverse y. That is tan inverse x replace, and tan inverse y, this will be equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. So this is the proof. Exactly same way. Here first step is same. Tan inverse x is a, tan inverse y is b only. Instead of a plus b, take a minus b. Here it becomes minus, here it becomes plus. Remaining things are identical. So you can prove the second one. Let me take one example here before we proceed further. Let us take, see here condition is, you can't take any value for x and y. Product of x and y should be 1, less than 1. Say let me take for example, tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 2. So this is x, this is y. So according to formula, it is tan inverse of x plus y. So 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. So this you have to simplify. So this is tan inverse of, this is 5 by 6 divided by 1 minus 1 by 6. So this is tan inverse of 5 by 6. Below also it is 5 by 6 only, because 1 minus 1 by 6 is 5 by 6. So cancelling, you get tan inverse 1. But tan inverse 1, you know, it is pi by 4. Therefore it is pi by 4. Whenever you apply this formula, one thing you have to be careful. Product of xy must be less than 1. Then only you can apply this formula. Here 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 6. 1 by 6 is less than 1. So I can use the formula. Same way you can take for example 1 by 3, 1 by 4, or 1 by 8 and 1 by 9. Any two numbers, product should be less than 1. Suppose you take 3 here, you can take 1 by some other value you should take here. So that product should be less than 1. So that is the condition. So this is P5. That is the fifth property, and the last property is, the sixth property is the last property. So let us prove those things also. P6 is 2 tan inverse x will be equal to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Then same thing, 2 tan inverse x equal to, one more is cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. And the third one is, this is first property, this is second property, this is third property. So 2 tan inverse x is also equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. This is the property. Now what is the condition? For the first one, condition is minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. This is the condition. Sorry, here I made a mistake. It is minus. Here I will tell you why, what is the connection also. So the second one is x should be more than 0. Here of course condition is x cannot be 1. Please note, if you, so it is minus 1 less than x less than 1. So this is the condition. So minus 1 less than x less than 1. So 3. Now if you remember, in the first PUC you have studied 3 formulas connecting sine 2x, then cos 2x and tan 2x. If you remember, we have proved all these 3 formula. What is sine 2x? It is 2 tan x divided by 1 plus tan square x. See the similarity here. 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. Here 2x by 1 plus x square. So that is the connection. Similarly here it is 1 minus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x. This was the formula. You can connect here. It is 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. And here it is 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. So this is connected with this. You can see 2 tan x. Here wherever tan x, here x is there. Suppose you take theta here, 2 tan theta. So this is the, so it is very easy to remember now. And one more thing is, all these 3 are one and the same. That means you can also say that sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square is same as cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square, but there is a problem. This formula is valid for minus 1 to plus 1, whereas this is valid only for positive. So you have to take common. So there is a thing. Otherwise, every time you can't say that these are all equal. No. So because your condition is there. So you see, that's why in inverse trigonometric function, you should be very careful. You can't just generalize mechanically. So everything you have to take very carefully. So here also, let me prove one of them. The remaining two you can do similarly. Let us take, for example, first one. So prove, consider the first one. So let me take. So what we have to do is, I have to prove this one. 2 tan inverse x equal to, I have to show sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Now let tan inverse x equal to, let me take a. Therefore now consider left hand side. Left hand side becomes now 2a. So this becomes 2a. So this, let me write 1. Now what I do is, I will take tan 2a. Therefore now, sorry, sine 2a. Therefore now consider sine 2a. Sine 2a equal to, we know sine 2a is 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. So this is equal to now 2x divided by 1 plus x square. Therefore, what is 2a? 2a will be equal to now sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square. But what is 2a? 2a is LHS. That is, this is LHS. What is LHS now? LHS is 2a, but a is tan inverse. That is 2 tan inverse x will be equal to sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. This is the proof. Same way, first step is same. LHS is 2a only. Instead of sine 2a, if you take cos 2a, you get here 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Exactly same thing. Here you get cos inverse. Same thing here also. But there is another interesting thing. You can also prove this by taking the previous formula, P5, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. suppose you put x equal to y equal to x, what happens? You get the same formula. So these are the two different ways you can prove this one. So please try this yourself. So this is actually end of the property. So let me sum up now, because we have considered in the last 2-3 lessons different properties of inverse trigonometric function. Totally P1, this is the first one, second one is P2, third one is P3, next one is P4, then P5, P6. And don't remember continuously 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 3 formula. Here there are 1, 2, 3 formula. Then here 1, 2, 3. Once again here 1, 2. P3, this one. Here once again 1, 2, 3. Here 1 and 2. Here once again 1, 2, 3. So totally 17 formulas are there. I have seen sometimes students list them as property 1, property 2, property 3, etc. up to property 17. That is little bit confusing. Here if you remember one, you can remember the remaining also. But very important thing is condition for x, that you have to remember. Even in sometimes in examination they ask for what value of x the following formula holds true. Therefore it is necessary to remember also all the necessary conditions. Let me not once again list these things here. So this is how you make a list and compare them. And always, as I told you, whenever you are understanding the property, remembering the property of inverse trigonometric function or the formula, first thing which you have to connect is, see what is the related property in direct inverse, trigonometric functions. So it is very easy to connect them. So it is very easy to prove also. So that's what you have to do. So this is the list. I'm just writing you here so that you can make a list and commit to memory. See, one thing very important in trigonometry is mechanical recalling is very, very dangerous, and it's not useful also. Somewhere you will miss the point. For example, you see sine 3x formula is there and cos 3x formula is there. They are almost same, but there is a small change. So first you have to understand, then you have to commit to memory. So this is one thing. Let me sum up with this one. This is the 5th lesson in inverse trigonometric function. I have started with how to make a given trigonometric function bijective, then defining it. That's the first step. Then we have studied the properties of the nature of property, means nature of these inverse trigonometric functions. So this is something very interesting. By nature they were not disciplined. They were a bit unruly because inverse was not possible. So what we did, we clipped their wing actually. We cut the domain and range in some cases and we made them obedient. So then we defined bijective function. Then we studied their nature. Now they are very beautiful. So all natures, they are related. There is a symmetry, there is a pattern in each property, P1 to P6. Now they are our friends. So what we have to do in the next lesson is, we have to play with them. So solving the problems related to inverse trigonometric function. That's what we are going to do in the supplementary lesson. So I have taken about 3-4 lessons on supplementary, where I will be taking all the exercise problems right from the first exercise to the, actually there are only 2 exercises. I think it is 2.1 and 2.2, but I have added a few questions from miscellaneous also, so that you will have more opportunity to solve the problems. So that we shall see in the supplementary lesson. If you have subscribed my channel, it is very good. Otherwise, please subscribe. This is my request in all lessons, and share with your friends. And let us meet in the supplementary lesson. We may be having 1, 2 or 3 lessons depending on the number of problems we select. Till then, bye, take care.